What's going on, folks? So, first thing today is I want to show off my new shirt that the very kind folks at Violet Eternal sent to me. Really neat. I love that artwork, and let me see if I can show you guys the back. Very neat. Very cool. I hope y'all could see that, but I can only twist so much. But yeah, it's so cool. So thank you so much to Violet Eternal for that. And then next, I mean, it's just an exciting day in general because we're going to be checking out a new song from Questbound. Yes, they released a new single here, their second single. This one's called Leaving Home. Their first one, The Fires Ignite, it ignited the power metal community, I believe, and it was just so impressive. So, really excited to see what we got here with their second single. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going, shall we? Rangers, go. Good grief, my man was holding that note for a hot minute there at the end. Gee whiz. I really love that ending, the way you kind of have the choir of leaving home, like while he's like holding that note. That was really cool. I thought it was a really great way to end the song. And, I mean, once again, these folks really prove that they're an incredibly talented bunch. I mean, the production sounds pretty good, the symphonic elements, the orchestrations, all of that just catapults this, sound into the stratosphere and beyond. And the guitar work was just awesome. I love all of those, you know, shredding moments. There's just a lot of really good noodling, woven in throughout this whole song. But I also love the momentum of just kind of the rhythm guitars and things like that. It just was incredibly well done. And the vocals, I mean, dude really has some pipes on him. He can really wail, really hit those highs, but then also do some of the lower kind of notes, and just add a nice variety throughout. And there's just a lot happening, melody wise, and just the way that the song flows. It really creates kind of a storybook kind of setting. It sounds like it's this story being told across this song, and the structure, it's not as like simplistic as verse chorus bridge chorus, and there's a lot more kind of happening throughout, and I think that lends a lot to that storybook element, and it just feeling like this fantastical adventure where it's not quite as regimented as a typical song. So it really comes across as this grand story being told, and all the different scenes, and the build-ups, and all that good stuff. So I think that's really cool, and just the style itself lends itself very well to that vibe as well. So yeah, I liked all the different elements, throughout. And like I said, I really like how there's tons of moments where it's just instrumental, and then it kind of picks back up with the vocals and those melodies and stuff. And then you get more instrumental stuff and things like that. You can almost just visualize this story happening, almost as if it could be a stage play, this big production where you see all the characters out there and they're just doing all these things. That would just be really, really cool. And I mean, again, it's just so much talent here with these folks. The one thing that I will say about this song compared to like The Fires Ignite is it feels like there's just something a little bit missing in this song compared to the Fires Ignite. I was trying to think about it while I was listening to the song. And I think, and again, this is just my personal opinion, it feels like there's no real like core to this song. Whereas in The Fires Ignite, you really had that nice chorus that really kind of stood out. Like you had all the other elements that this song has and things, but then that chorus, it really kind of stood out in a way that it served as the core, like the anchor of that song. So even though everything else is really kind of swirling around, there's a lot of intricate things happening with all the different instruments and elements of the song, but then you have that moment that really kind of jumps out even further than the rest of the song, and so that's what really kind of hooks you into the song. And so when everything else is happening and you get those crazy instrumental moments and just the other kind of slightly unstructured nature of the verses and just the storytelling, you have that moment that it sticks with you. And so the rest of it as a song, in my opinion, it helps when you have a moment like that, even when you're trying to tell this story and have that slightly unstructured kind of approach to the song. But having a moment throughout the song where it feels like almost a safe space for the listener, like they can really gravitate toward that moment and then enjoy the rest and all the storytelling and the movement throughout, but then they get that moment again and it just really stands out. I feel like this song didn't quite have that, so it all just kind of felt a little bit inorganic, the way that it played out. It just kind of feels like it's just a whole bunch of different things happening across the entire song. And the chorus in this one, it just doesn't stand out, just doesn't quite have that grabbing power that the chorus in The Fires Ignite had. And so you don't really get that moment where it's like, oh yeah, and the listener, like, you're really into that and then you're enjoying all the rest and then you get that moment again and it's, it just fell a little bit short of that, in my opinion. The chorus, it just kind of blended in a bit more with the rest of the song, so you don't really have that moment. And again, that doesn't, it's my personal opinion that would kind of take the song to the next level by having that element or that moment in the song, as opposed to it just all feeling like it's just a bunch of different things, woven together. Or I'm having a hard time, I guess, trying to explain it, but it just feels like, this is a story being told across the song, and you have all these different elements. Some things, happen once, like that. Some of the instrumental elements where that doesn't really repeat, because the next time there's an instrumental, it's like kind of a different guitar lick and stuff like that. So you have all these different elements going across, where it feels like, again, this is an adventure kind of being told through a song, but you just don't have that anchor point that really, because by the time the song was over, I didn't really have any specific moments where it's like, oh man, yeah, and that's what's really memorable to me. It's just the song is memorable as a whole because of how well it's done. But I don't really have that moment like in The Fires Ignite where it was like, oh yeah, that's what I remember, and then the way it soars and all that good stuff, and then everything else was really great around it and almost just bolstered those moments and things like that. But with this song, it's like it's over and I enjoyed it thoroughly, but there isn't any like moment that really kind of stood out as an anchor point, and so it just kind of, the whole song kind of plays by, and then you listen to it again and stuff, but just doesn't quite have that moment, if that makes any sense to y'all. But still, at the end of the day, it's a very impressive song. The musicianship was incredibly solid. The vocals are incredible, and just their songwriting prowess, is just the way that they're able to have all these different elements and get them all into a song where it all feels pretty seamless. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, this is like a really jagged transition, or this part just kind of sounded out of place. Like, everything fits very well and works to complete this very adventurous sort of song. So really, really impressed. And this is their second single here, and they're clearly keeping the quality up. I'm really looking forward to more from this band. And so, yeah, that's really my thoughts on it. So let me know in the comments down below. I'll be very curious to hear y'all's thoughts on this one. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you love this song? I'm pretty sure everyone's still going to love this song because I love it. Yeah, I'm not disparaging. Like, I really, really like this song. So, yeah, let's talk about it in the comments down below. How's this song compare to The Fires Ignite to y'all? And I'll catch y'all next time. Ranger out.